Last night we introduced you to a few of the people who work at the Humane Society of the Black Hills and showed you what it takes to work for the nonprofit organization.
Black Hills Fox reporter Tessa Thomas joins us live for day 2 of her special report. This time we're looking at one of the more difficult aspects of the job. Good evening, Tessa.
Good evening, Julie and Zach. As I showed you yesterday, it takes a special person to work for the Humane Society of the Black Hills, but their job isn't always loving on puppies and kitties. Sometimes they have to make those difficult decisions on whether or not to put an animal down. We talk about that in part 2 of my series, The Humans Behind the Humane Society of the Black Hills.
It stinks. So we don't like doing it. We don't like saying it. We don't like having to make that decision, but we have to save as many as we possibly can.
A topic that is not easy to talk about, but something that has to be done: euthanasia.
Unfortunately, it's a necessity, and it's something that we take home with us every day. It's not something we enjoy doing at all, either just even making the decision or performing the act itself.
And unfortunately, it's a decision that has to be made often.
You don't just get to make that decision once a week. It's pretty much almost every day, and unfortunately for an area this size, for the amount of homeless or uncared for animals, it's kind of frightening and stuff. And so we really want to try to be a place that can step up and be a foundation for this community in helping, curb this problem to as much as we can.
The major problem being feral cats or wild cats. In fact, there are 3 rooms dedicated to unwanted litters and feral cats, which makes up a large number of the euthanasia rate.
We have a lot of kittens around this time of year, and a lot of those kittens don't make it out of here, unfortunately. We just don't have, it's not easy, it's hard. But some of the kittens that we get in, especially this time of year, are sick, and they're not going to make it, and we don't want them to sit here and suffer.
But there is criteria before an animal is put down.
Cats, if they come in and they're feral, or if they're really sick, won't make it. Dogs, if they're really aggressive, or if they're sick, won't make it. And we have to make those calls. If they're not going to get adopted out of the shelter, then we can't keep them. We have to euthanize here. It's a sad reality, but it is a reality. And it's hard, but it's necessary.
But they don't put an animal down just to put an animal down.
There is no ticking clock, though. There is no end date. There is no time limit. There is no deadline. If an animal is healthy and happy and behaviorally sound and physically able, they can stay at our shelter as long as needed.
Bryce says although it's not an easy task, they're in it to help, and unfortunately sometimes to euthanize an animal is helping. He says it's hard for some to understand, and it's something they don't like to do, but know it is needed. Bryce says that's the worst part of the job. The best part?
Being able to take a dog and get it to trust me, and then watch that dog go on the adopt floor and then watch it leave. That's my favorite part.
I hate to see him go, but I'll be the first one to kick him out the door. You really do bond, with the animals that are here. You get to know them. They get to know you. It's nice when you're the first person to walk into the door every morning and you see those faces as soon as they see you, And then it all kind of becomes worth it when you get to see them. Not only how happy the people are, but how happy the animal is.
And it's watching those animals find a happy home that the staff says makes it easy to go to work. Zach, back to you.